Hello, YouTube family. Hello, Ptaya gang, Ptaya family. Um, Today we have something interesting that we wanted to introduce to our farm and future farms, and I felt like you guys should know what we are doing on our farms, because you're the beneficiaries of our produce. So it's important for you guys to understand all the farm practices we are doing in our farm. So we want to introduce electroculture to our farm. We've been researching into this. I first found out about electroculture during COVID times, and at the time it was just like a by the way, but the more I've looked into it, it has mixed reactions. There's people who think it's bullshit, and there's people who think like there's something to it. So I've decided to try it for myself and get our own opinion as the gang. And I think it's also an experiment that all of us can take part in real time. So how it works, you're pretty much tapping into the ether. And the ether is the infinite source of energy that's around us. That's what Nikola Tesla used to say. You can tap into for free energy. So we are tapping into the ether, which is, think of it like static. You know how like when your hair can like rise when it's cold and stuff. Okay, it might not be the same thing, but that's how you might imagine it. So it's something similar, but now we are tapping in the copper wire is what is tapping into that energy. So how it works, you use a 1 foot wire. From what we found out, this is the most the most highly effective method of making the wire. So you use a 3 foot wire, which is like a 1 meter wire for the ones the UK English speakers, but it's 3 foot or 1 meter. So imagine you get a one meter wire, and then the bottom part is what goes into the ground. The bottom part is the short side. I don't know if you can see this, but the bottom part is the short side, and then the top side is the antenna, which is now what is connecting us directly and tapping into, attracting the energy. So the bottom side is 3 inches. It's 3 inches, and then the top side is 5 inches. And for the coils, it's 7 coils, but we are in the southern hemisphere. So for us, we are rotating it anti-clockwise. So that's anti-clockwise. So the coils, you make 7 coils anti-clockwise. If you're in the northern hemisphere, yours is the clockwise direction. But since we're in the southern hemisphere, we use the anti-clockwise direction. So that's how you make the wire, and then this now goes into the ground. And each copper wire can cover plants in a 1 meter radius. I've noticed, since the wire is of 1 meter, so I think it covers radius similar to the length of the wire. That's my imagination of it. So imagine this 1 meter radius, so the plants in a 1 meter radius. And if you can remember, the way we've arranged our farm is we have from post to post, it's 3 meter spacing. So from post A to post B. So for example, this one. Also, these ones are the ones going into the farm, but let me continue. So this is post A, post B, and then we have 10 plants in between on each side. So we'll put these wires, 2 of each in between each post, because it's 3 meters. Probably we should do 3. When I think about it, 3 meters, but if it's a 1 meter radius, I think 2 can still work. But I'll show you guys that part, how we're going to arrange them. But this is what we're introducing to the farm. I thought you guys should know this. And also, it's time, YouTube family, I never got to introduce our lovely farm manager. This is a team effort. So this is Cosmas. Cosmos YouTube family. Cosmos is the muscle behind Pitaya, and none of this would be possible without his input, and we appreciate him. You know, I'm telling you, Pitaya, Pitaya is real people doing real work, and it's just the beginning. So lock-in family, I thought you guys should know. Next part, I'll show you when we are putting it into the farm. So stay tuned for that. Let's get it. So, like I said, it covers a 1 meter radius. So you can see we're doing 1 meter to know where we are going to put. Here's the copper wires that we are going to put. Like you remember, the short side goes into the ground, which is this side, this one, and then this is now the antenna with 7 rows. Yeah. So you see, and you guys to see how Mr. Cosmos puts it in. We're going to be using the stick as support. So you see the shorter side goes into the ground and the tall side is the antenna. Let's see the results of this in the next few months. I'll take a video of the before and after in the next video. 1 meter spacing, 1 meter radius. See, so this will cover that to the post, and then this will cover now another 1 meter, which is from the other one to that post. So imagine we're supposed to put it in all these rows, which is 1,200 plants. We'll see the results. And also, you see this third row, there's a section where we'll not put it. I'll show you, so we can be able to tell the difference of the parts that have the copper wires and the section that's not going through the electroculture. So we're curious to see what this experiment brings. Pitaya gang. And you guys have the front row seats. Like I always say, we're doing this shit together. Our farm, we keep it organic, so we only add manure, and we don't use any fertilizers, any chemical fertilizers. In fact, we don't even apply any fertilizer. So we want to see what electroculture will bring to the farm. We're curious to see. Let's see. One love, gang.